Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here this morning with the city and with advocates who have been working with the City of Los Angeles to get a food policy for the city, a surplus food policy. A few months ago, we introduced a motion in council asking our chief legislative analyst to come back and report on what the city can do to ensure that in these tough economic times, with the unemployment levels being what it is, to see what else the city can do to ensure that we are putting more food to our food banks that need them in these tough times. It is my hope that one day donating food, surplus food is looked upon just like we look at recycling right now. And it took some education, it took a cultural shift, but now it does go through our mind what is recyclable, what is not, and where we can put our recyclables. Hopefully in the future that would be common knowledge for us. What is and is not surplus food that we can donate, and where is the infrastructure? Where can I take this food? I hope that becomes common knowledge for all Angelenos. So what we're doing today is announcing a policy that the council will adopt later on today. And in addition to that policy, we are doing several other things in an effort to get more public outreach, to inform the public about the importance of donating food. Working with our advocates, we've launched a website called helpfeedla.org. It will be featured on the city's homepage. We have also partnered with the CRA to produce a brochure. This one right here. It has a lot of information about how restaurants can donate any surplus food to food banks and what are their legal protections in doing so. But we also know that the city, despite us adopting our own policy, we're going to definitely need to partner with other partners to make sure we get the word out. We've been working with a number of community partners so far, the Jewish Federation, Hunger LA, the LA Food Bank, LA Shares, and many others have been critical to this effort. And lastly, one of the things the city has been doing is that now on our information line 311, whenever anybody calls, we have information there about the nearest food bank so that people who wish to donate their food can go donate their food. So let me now get to some of the things we're doing today. Today, hopefully the council will adopt the official food donation policy, including our chief legislative analyst template for city departments to follow. Using the convention center as our model, we are calling on them to develop their own personalized strategies to determine how they can best assist with making sure that any surplus food under their purview is donated. For example, if the Port of LA or LAX holds a community event, they should ensure that any leftover food is shared with a food pantry or food bank, or else offered to a food collection service. This should also apply for any leased events that occur on city property. Our goal is to solidify our surplus food network with a stress on net, so that less and less food slips through that net and ends up on somebody's plate instead of the trash. The report also calls for the city to sponsor state and federal legislation to encourage farmers, food processors, restaurant owners, and catering establishments to donate surplus food to food distribution organizations. This is, in our view, historical in that the city is now committing itself through ordinance that the city attorney will develop so that whenever there is a contract and that goes out from the city, we are asking those contractors and those subcontractors to find ways to donate food to food banks and food pantries. So with that, let me thank you for being here to helping spread the word, and let me introduce to you one of our partners who have been working many, many years to end hunger in LA. Let me introduce to you Frank Tamborello, Hunger Action, from Hunger Action LA.
Good morning, everyone. So today is really historic, but it's a common sense measure. This is something that our coalition, which is composed of low-income people, together with organizations that serve low-income people, came up with last year. Just this idea, and approaches both the problem of hunger and the problem of being environmentally sound. You know, we want to recycle as much as we can. So it's a very common sense thing. But the other thing that's beautiful about it is that we can involve a lot of people in the issue of hunger. It's a huge thing. Food is a huge issue. Every one of us deals with it every day. So solving the problem of hunger is something that's going to take all of us. And this is a way for restaurants and businesses to follow the city's lead, the city's example that it's going to set with this policy of food donation. In addition to thanking Councilmember Huizar for his tremendous leadership on this issue, we also would like to remember Councilmember Koretz, who has also come on board with this and helped push it together with Councilmember Huizar. And then also the late State Senator Jenny Oropeza. Jenny Oropeza had proposed something like this on the state level, whereby caterers would be required to ask their customers if they wanted food to be donated. And this bill was unfortunately defeated. And as you may know, Senator Oropeza passed away about a couple months ago. So a lot of people have thought about this long and hard, and it's very common sense, and we look forward to continuing to work with the city and individuals all over the city to do the right, sensible thing. Donate surplus food. Don't let it go to waste. Learn about things like the Good Samaritan Act, which protects people from liability if they donate food. A lot of people think, oh, you can't donate food, you'll be sued by someone. It's not true, and that's information that's going to be on the city website. So again, thanks to everyone for being here.
Thank you very much, Frank. And our policy that we are adopting today, that all city departments will now follow, is modeled after the convention, the LA Convention Center. And with us today is Paria Abbasi, the General Manager and CEO. They've been doing a tremendous job in donating surplus food. As you know, we have hundreds of thousands of meals that are served throughout the week at the Convention Center. And tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands? Tens of thousands. Tens of thousands of meals that are served at the Convention Center every week. And they already have a food policy in place, and we are modeling the citywide policy on the Convention Center. So please help me welcome Mr. Abbasi, the General Manager and CEO of the LA Convention Center.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to extend our appreciation of the bold leadership of Councilmember Huizar to do exactly what is right for the city family to get together and help the most destitute of Angelenos through this work. The Convention Center hosts over 400 events a year. We host over 2 million people a year come through our doors, and on an average basis, we donate about 7 tons of food through 4 establishments. However, we think by reinforcing this new program through ordinance, that all the other city departments would also take advantage of the new ordinance to do their part in helping Angelenos, especially during these times. So again, I just wanted to extend my sincere appreciation as an Angeleno to Councilmember Huizar for his leadership throughout this process.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abbasi. Also with us today is Jessica Jones from the LA Regional Food Bank, and has been working tirelessly on these issues. Jessica.
As somebody who has benefited from pantries, worked at pantries, and now works at the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank, I want to say thank you to Councilmember Huizar and Frank and everybody else who's worked on this issue. The idea that we are wasting literally millions of tons of food a year in California is just absurd. And the attention that this has received at the state level and at the city level is astounding and is very helpful. So I just wanted to extend our thanks and know that we'll be working with them to make this happen.
Thank you very much. We will have a report back from our city departments in November of 2011 after we have some quantitative information from all our departments to see how it worked, how we can tweak it, how we can improve it. And like I said earlier, we are not only looking to see what the city can do, but hopefully we're going to start reaching out to the private sector to encourage them to donate their surplus food, to give them information about the importance of it and what legal protections they have and what types of food can be donated. And also in the near future, we are looking to create a system whereby those restaurants that are donating surplus food, they can put a sticker up in the window, just like we have a county ABC rating, to let people know those restaurants that are participating, that are helping with the food insecurity that we're seeing here in Los Angeles. After all, we do have a higher unemployment level than the rest of the nation. And also, for me personally, as we do our annual turkey giveaway, for me, I felt the increased need of people who needed help this year. Several people came up to me and told me they had never thought they would be in line for a free turkey, but there they were with family in tow. So we've certainly felt the need to step up as a city, and hopefully the private sector will step up as well as we give them more information and provide the vehicle by which to do that. So thank you very much.